If a 15-minute scalping strategy sounds good to you, whack a big old yes down in the comments below and let's get straight to it. Hey traders, I hope you're going extremely well. My name is David and welcome back to my channel where I go through profitable trading strategies. Today we're going to be looking at another trading strategy based on the NNFX rules, which includes one of my favorite indicators that I've found about a year ago and has been extremely, if not the most profitable trading indicator I have found so far. It certainly is one of the only ones that I've found that works extremely well on the 15-minute time frame and below, as it's extremely hard to find indicators that actually stand up to smaller time frames in the long run. Generally, they work for a couple of months and then they fall apart. But this one has stood the time and it is still working today. Okay, I guess the best idea is to get straight over to my computer. I'll show you what the indicators are that I've put together to create a trading strategy today, and we'll backtest it to see whether it works extremely well on the 15-minute time frame. But before I go over to my computer, if you do enjoy this video and you find the content useful, if you don't mind just hitting the thumbs up, it really does help me to grow the community, and the more people in the community, the better it is. And why not subscribe? I do videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, all about trading and trading strategies and bringing the tools that we need to Tradingview. Okay, let's get over to that screen. Okay, here we are on Tradingview. As you can see, I'm on BTC USDT on the 15-minute time frame. We're going to be building a NNFX trading strategy on the 15-minute time frame here. NNFX are rules-based trading strategies. They use indicators. Today we're going to be using an indicator for the trend direction called the baseline. We're then going to be adding confirmation indicators where they cross to confirm our actual entry, and then we'll find a volatility indicator to help confirm. Okay, so the first indicator that we're going to be adding today is the T3 by David Tech here. Now, if you want this indicator, you'll have to go to david.tech/indicators to be able to add it to your charts. You'll be requested your email address and you'll be sent all of my free indicators. There's over 50 of them. And if you want to add the trading strategy and connect it to bots, you can easily do that also by connecting to us via Patreon. The links to that also in the description. Right, okay, so we're going to add the T3 here. As you can see, I'm clicking on T3 by David Tech. We're going to go here and we're going to change some of these numbers here. We're going to be using the T3 on a length of 300, and then we're going to leave everything else as default. So as you can see, it puts a green and red line on our chart. When price is above this green line, we're looking for longs, and when it's below the red line here, we're looking for shorts. Just like this here, as you can see, we would have had our first entry around here. This would have been a absolutely humongous short, as you can see. Absolutely brilliant. I love the T3. It has been absolutely brilliant in all of my trading strategies. One of my favorite baseline indicators. But that's not the one we're going to be talking about today, although it is on the chart. The one that we're going to be talking about for the 15-minute is the Wada Ata. So we're going to go back to indicators and we're going to type WAE. The Wada Ata explosion line is this one here by Lazy Bear. We're going to be clicking on this and adding it to our chart. Now the Wada Ata has several lines on it. The ones that we're interested in is these histogram here, which is based on the MACD, and we're looking for our explosion line. This is this white line here. What we're looking for is the histogram to come above and break above the actual white line, as you can see just here, confirming our entries. This one just here, which would have made an absolutely fantastic short from this position here all the way down to here, giving us a wonderful win of 9%, almost 10%. So yeah, as you can see, would have been an absolutely brilliant entry just there. It's not always the case, but yeah, they work extremely well together. I have been backtesting and trading this on the 15-minute time frame for over a year, and we're going to be adding another indicator today to make it even better. Here's a long entry. As you can see, the green breaks over the white here. We're above the T3. And it would make an absolutely brilliant entry as well just here. And would make an absolutely brilliant entry just here. Okay, perfect. So we have the two indicators, and as you can see, but I can hear you say, David, that's the dead zone. That's all of the indicators in the dead zone. But this is where we're going to be adding another indicator to make this even better. We're going to be adding another volatility indicator called the stiffness indicator, which has been absolutely brilliant in my past 3 or 4 videos. And I wanted to add it to see whether it works well on this one here. Okay, so we're now going to add our final indicator called the stiffness indicator, which is a volatility indicator. We're going to be adding that by clicking indicators up here and typing stiffness, and the stiffness indicator by David Tech just here. We're actually going to make this a little less stricter than normal. The threshold we're going to be setting to 85, which allows us for a couple more trades than normal. Now, we wouldn't have got this trade here. What the stiffness does is we're looking for this yellow line to be above the red line to make sure there's enough movement in the market. Okay, let's have a look at some of these short entries. We first of all have our price movement above this red line, which is the T3 300. The red histogram is above the white line, as you can see here, and we are crossing above the stiffness indicator here. So that would have given us an entry just here on this candle here. We're going to be setting our stop loss and take profits to the ATR bands. So we need to add the ATR bands to our charts here. The ATR bands, we're going to set them to 2.8 today for the upper and lower bands, giving us a little bit more room on a lower time frame than normal. We're going to set our stop loss to the ATR bands, and we're going to be looking for a risk to reward of 1, just like that. We would have continued also to get entries here as well. If I go over here, we'd also have an entry on this candle just here. We're going to be, as always, setting our stop loss just there and looking for a risk to reward of 1 as well, just like that. Now, we will have a minimum of 0.8% as our minimum take profit. The reason being is obviously we want to cover fees and make a profit as we go along. We might even get another entry just before it starts to come down this stiffness indicator just here. So as you can see, this would have been another great entry just on this candle here, and we're going to set our stop loss just there, and we would have our take profits at 1 here. So as you can see, that would have been 3 wins in a row. Absolutely brilliant. Cherry picking, of course, guys, but just to show you how it actually would work. Right, I'm now going to go away and code this. I'll be back in a couple of seconds and we'll have the backtesting results. Let's go.
Come on, David, and once again he's going to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. Come on, David, show us what you got.
Guys, before I go any further, huge shout out to my community where you can find all of these trading strategies and click them directly to bots. The links to Patreon are down in the description below. Without further ado, let's get over to the screen and let's see the backtesting results for this wonderful strategy. Right, here we are back at my screen. Here we go. Let's hit that button up here. Drum roll, please. Boom! Right, here we are with all of our stats up on the screen, as you can see. I'm going to hide volume just here so we can see it a little bit better. As you can see, the months recently have been pretty profitable the last 3 months here. We have 1 or 2 smaller months. Unfortunately, in Tradingview, when you have on the 15-minute time frame, you can't see really far back. But I will do a deep back test in a minute so we can see a bit further back. When you look at the win rate, we have a 67% win rate. We have maximum wins in a row was 6, maximum losses in a row was 2, which was absolutely brilliant. We have total wins of 21 and total losses of 10. There are a total number of 31 trades. I hear you scream, that is terrible, David. We need to do a deep back test and see how much we can get on further results. We're going to go all the way back to 2020. Let's hit this button here to see the backtesting results. Boom! Right, there we go. As you can see, the backtesting results look pretty good. The percent profitable hasn't declined much. We are at 63.77%. So that's absolutely brilliant. That's the win rate, by the way. We have a net profit of 1,807%. When you look at the buy and hold return, we would have had 806%, meaning if you would have purchased Bitcoin at this point here, you'd be 800% up. We are 1,800% up, which is absolutely brilliant. We have 276 trades, which is cool. We have a 1.846% profit factor, which is perfect. And we have a max drawdown of 29%. Now back at my old games here, boys, we are on a 20x leverage, but we're using dynamic leverage. As you can see, we're adapting to the market as we're on a lower time frame here. Currently, we're at 12x leverage and not 20. Let's have a look at some of the other stats as we go along here. We have a Sharp ratio of 0.58, so I'd actually like to work on this a little bit more before actually trading this on a live market. I will be putting it onto our incubate.trade website so that we can incubate it in for a little bit longer and be able to see the results like these ones here over time. We're actually recording all of the trades from this trading strategy to see whether it actually works on real live markets or it just works on historical data and is overfit. So I'll be adding this one with some other settings as well to see whether we get better results or not than the actual dead zone. Anyway guys, I really do hope you enjoyed that one. I really do like the stiffness indicator. It really does seem to work quite well at ironing out some of these equity curves for us. And my all-time favorite indicators probably still are the Tradingview and the Wadata indicators, which I think are absolutely brilliant. Thanks for joining me guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be back here on Friday. Don't forget you can add all of these indicators, the links to Patreon are down in the description. Take care, keep safe, trade like a boss, and I'll see you on Friday. Goodbye.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. RSI and MACD.